you when we get on too.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Brit to Shenanigans. Sorry, where did you go? She was here. She's gone. She disappeared. Brit, if you can hear me, just hit the link again and you can get right back in, okay? And while Brit, there she is.
I'm trying.
The guy said.
I'm trying to get onto the comments. It took me a completely different.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that cursor. I have taken people off stage like in a flash because I thought the cursor was, in the comment. No, you have to be really careful with that stupid cursor. Okay, and it's called the cursor for a reason. I'm not the only one. Welcome again, Shenanigans. We all know her from chat. She is a fountain of knowledge about mudras. This is going to be I believe it's going to be our last discussion on mudras. And please, if you could hold we're going to have, oops, sorry, no, that's not what I meant to do. Where am I? Banners. There we go. Please hold your questions until after the discussion because we're going to talk about mudras for a little bit here, okay? And before we even start discussing, I want to say hi. Oh, there's a lot of people here. Welcome to all of you. Welcome to the new people. Welcome to my old friends. CJ, Kim B, Brenda T, hi, all of you. So happy to see you. And Diane G, God Mod. Honestly, this channel would not be possible without her hard work building community and working so hard behind the scenes. Rox is here. Rossi, hi, Rossi. Earth, Nana, sweetie, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I apologize if I'm not. Akila, hi. Janet, hi, Janet DC. She's here. Anna Greenidge, I think you're new. I don't remember seeing you here before, although I think I've seen you in other chats. But hi, welcome. I'm so happy to see you all here. No, Diane, it's true. This channel would not function nearly at all. Probably hardly. Yeah, without your constant efforts. I really, really appreciate you and all the mods, really. Diane's very fast on the trigger, and she can smell out the trolls.
She's a lot faster than me, that's for damn sure.
She's a lot faster than me too. Well, but I'm usually doing other stuff. So we're doing part 3 of mudras. So, Britt, do you want to tell us about this? What we're doing today?
Yeah, so let's recap for the people who are new in case they haven't watched the other videos. Mudras are generally hand gestures, but they can also include faces, expressions that you make with your face, and include other limb movements as well. But it's mostly hand gestures. And when you form your hands into these specific gestures, it helps direct your energy in specific ways to target certain things. Like you can do mudras for helping you calm down from anxiety. You can use mudras to help you with
sinus congestion.
Yeah, with menstrual cycles, with reproductive things, with bowel movements, that the range is as far as you can imagine it, really. So something I thought of after I recently took Val Dragonfly Crystal. She had her meditation class a couple weeks
Yes.
ago, and I took that class. And after it ended, and I was still kind of riding the effects, I got it into my head. Wouldn't it be cool to make a guided meditation where you use different mudras at certain points during the meditation to enhance it? So that's something I worked on for the past couple weeks, and I finessed it this week, and I would love to do that if
Yes,
people
please. That sounds
feel
like
cool with that.
that sounds awesome. So Rox, no, Rox has a kitten. I just got to put this up because I'm a sucker for animals. You know that. Rox has a kitten to give away, and it sounds like a real cute little voidling. And so if anyone's interested, just, in the comments, talk to Rox. I don't know where she is. I don't know anything about really it's available, whatever. Anyway, if you're interested in a kitten, Rox has one. Please converse with her in Hi, Angela and Imelda and Mary Thornberry and all of you wonderful people. Tamer is here. Tamer of the wonderful questions. She reminds me of you, Diane. You always have wonderful questions too. I bet he is beautiful. So
I'm hung up on the kitten. Like I
where are you, Rox? Granger, Washington. Oh my God, that's just south of here. Ah, no, I can't have a kitten. I just got another budgie, so I'm no, I can't have a kitten. No.
I'm all the way in the other side of the country, or I
Yeah.
was jumping right on that. But as it is, actually, I just got 2 new cats since I last saw you, and it's been
Good for
utter
you.
shenanigans trying to get them acclimated to everyone else. It's oh my God, the shenanigans have abounded.
Well, I'm doing birdie bookkeeping. I had one bird pass away, and her roommate, who is little Gerald the budgie, was just so bereft without a roommate. And Wanda wants nothing to do with her. Little Gerald is a girl, is female. Wanda wants nothing to do with her and just chases her away. And she was just so so lonely. And so I went out and got another little budgie, and her name is Daphne. She's very cute. And so you'll hear them flipping by me because they're doing zoomies. So
That's awesome. I'm sorry though.
Yeah. It was hard to say goodbye to her. She was I'd had her for 18 years. And yes, Diane, that's another reason. I mean, I can't have a cat with the parrots. It's just, I know I see, you guys, you see all over the internet pictures of little birds hopping up and down off of cats and stuff like that. They make my teeth itch because those are predators and they can't help their instincts. They cannot help their instincts. And it's a cruel thing to do to an animal, to make it go against its instincts. Its instincts, if it's a predator, its instincts are to prey.
It's one thing if it's that one-off animal that's just weird and goes against the entire stereotype, but those are very rare.
Yeah, and you don't know which one it is, right? Like, how would you know? So I don't take any chances. I love cats. I would love to have a cat, but yeah, Wanda doesn't like the idea either. And I don't think it's fair to keep my birds in cages all the time just in case the cat gets them. I mean, like, you have to respect the animal's nature. Yeah, you have to. Otherwise, you're irresponsible as a human looking after them. And the cat's nature is predatory. That's just the way it is. Accept it, work with it, and don't try to make the animal something they're not. They're not cutesy poo licking the fluff on the little duckling, you know. Yeah, that get anyway, sorry. I'll shut up now. I'll get off my
No, it's
here.
It's valid. It's very valid concern. I hope the cat finds a good place.
Yeah, I do too. So yes, CJ. In fact, Lil Gerald was named after Taro Stash. I don't know what possessed me, but there you are. Yeah.
I imagine Super Sass coming out of a bird named after Taro Stash.
Yeah. I know there. Oh, Annie Bear's here too, and Janet. Oh, I said hi to Janet already. Sorry, you get a double greeting. Oh, whoops. Okay, so we were starting on the conversation about until I got all ranty. We were starting on the conversation about this meditation, and I would like you to lead us in this, if you would, please, because this is going to be exciting.
All right, let me just restart the space heater, and then I want to start by showing everyone which mudras they're going to be using. That way, it'll be easier to go from one form to the next.
Okay.
Space heater will keep me from getting too cold.
Oh, you know what I have? Oh, whoops.
Everyone should make sure they're going to be warm. If you need a blankie, if you need a sweater.
Got my blankie.
It'll help if you're able to stay warm.
Oh.
All right.
So those of you who are interested, I don't know if you can record this off your YouTube or not. You should be able to. Those of you who can record this, or else just save it to come back to it later, because I have a feeling this is going to be some mind-blowing meditation here. Just from the results that I've had with using mudras over the last few weeks, yeah, this is going to blow your socks off, okay?
I do want to put the disclaimer out there that if you start to feel in any way like wrong, lightheaded or
dizzy,
I feel free to stop. Do it at your own pace. You can always, pause it or keep in mind where you left off and come back later.
Yeah.
It's at your own pace. You don't have to do it at my pace. I've practiced this a few times, and the first time I had to rearrange things a little bit because the original way it came at me was pretty
this is going to be fun. Okay.
So the first one we're going to be doing is very easy. What you're going to do is you're going to clasp your hands together and interlock your fingers with the right thumb going over the left and the pattern all the way down. And then you're going to point your pinkies out and keep them together, just like so. All right, so that's going to be the first one. And when we do that one, we're going to start with it in our lap. All right. So the second one we're going to do is going to be this right here, with your middle and ring fingers touching the tip of your thumb. And then your other two fingers are going to stay straight. And that's going to be with the backs of your hands on your thighs. And then the next one is going to go and curl in the middle ring and pinky to your palm. And then you're going to touch the tips of the pointer and thumb together. Okay. And the next one, I got to stand up to show you this one. It's going to be easier. So this one, you're going to splay your fingers out apart like so. And then you're going to bring your hands down into your lap and touch these two fingers together. Keep them separated and sort of palms out as though you're giving. All right.
And then they go down on your lap.
It will go down on your lap, just resting on your lap.
Okay.
The next one will bring your hands up over your head, fingers splayed, and couldn't remember which hand was switching the camera. Your finger, the pointer and thumb will touch.
Okay.
And that'll be just over your head, kind of in that 8th chakra area that we don't really know about.
Cool. Okay.
All right. The next one is going to bring your hands down in front of your stomach. You're going to cup them just like so. You're going to put the left just under your belly button, palm facing up, and the right just over your belly button, palm facing down, like you're holding something there.
Like so, like this.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Right in front of your belly button. The next one is going to have you twist those hands so they're on the sides of your belly button. Your left is going to come up to your left, fingers pointing down, and your right wrist is going to flip so that your right hand fingers are pointing down. Yep. And that's going to be like cupping your belly button. The next one, if you're still with me, the next one is going to have you flip your wrists so your hands, the backs are facing each other. And then you'll bring your fingers together so they're touching from tip to knuckle. And then you'll bring your thumb tips together on the inside. And then that will be right in front of your belly button as well. Fingers pointing down, just like that.
Okay.
Yep. And then the next one, your fingers are going to come up kind of like a blossoming petal. Keep the tips together. And then curl your fingers just slightly as your thumbs come together. Bring your wrists together and have it so kind of like you're holding a baby bird. And then once you have that form, you're going to bring your wrists in front of your solar plexus with the fingers pointing away from you. And that will be the last one that we'll end on.
That makes an interesting energy move around my spine. This last one, this baby bird one. Yeah, that makes some interesting energy movement. Okay, all right.
There's a reason I end on that one. You're going to see.
Okay.
All right. So let me go through them one more time just so everyone is clear in case anyone had to walk away to get whatever.
I'm just going to follow what you're doing.
Fair, but the idea is, to stay in the meditation and not have to focus on where your fingers are going. So if I can give you a better idea of what you're doing with your hands before we start, it'll make it a lot more fluid for everyone. So,
yeah. I'm so sorry. I threw you right off. I apologize.
Oh, believe me, I can throw myself off anytime. It doesn't take anyone else. I only just finally managed to start stringing sentences together about 10 minutes before we started. So it's been a rough day. This will help. So yes, fingers laced together with the right thumb over the left and the pattern repeating down with the pinkies out, and then down onto your thighs with the middle and the ring touching the thumb, the other two staying straight out. And then the next one is flipping it over, bringing the outer three into your palm and touching the thumb and the pointers, and then bringing it into closer to your lap, splaying the fingers out, touching the ring and the pinky, and then kind of pushing your palms out, and then coming up over the head, keeping the fingers apart, pointer and thumb, the mirror, dude, and then bring it down with your hands cupped, left under the belly button, right over as if you're holding something. And then the left to the left of the belly button, flip the right over so it's also still cupping your belly button. And then lost my own train of thought too.
So
Yeah.
right now my hands are just on each side of my belly button.
Yep. And then flip the hands over, bring the fingertips
Yes.
together, and then the thumbs. And then they blossom out, tips together, fingers slightly curled, thumbs together, just like so. And then into your solar plexus with the fingers pointing away from you. All good to go?
Okay, we're good to go.
All good to go. All right. So let's start with some deep breaths. Hold it a couple seconds. Exhale through the mouth. Hold out through the mouth. One more. And out through the mouth. All right, so let's start with the first one with our fingers laced together. Right thumb over the left, pinkies pointing out. And put that down in your lap with the pinkies pointing away from you. And if you haven't already closed your eyes now. If you're sitting, great. If you're laying down, that's great too. I recommend you do not stand for this. If you are standing, please pause for now and join us later. I don't want you to get hurt, possibly. And remember, if this is too much, you can stop and resume at your own pace. Now, as you lay back or sit back, I want you to imagine that you're walking down a path in a forest. This path is clear and it's leading you somewhere. As you go a little further, you see a clearing start to open up. As you step into the clearing, you see that there's a chair waiting for you. As you sit down in the chair, you notice that there's animal sounds around you. There's crickets, there's bird song. You can hear squirrels in the trees. The forest is alive around you. And as you sit here, you become aware that there is a stream off to your left. This is a small stream. It's bubbling over rocks, flowing its way past you. You don't see the beginning. You don't see the ending. You just see the water flowing and flowing. These rocks, they don't stop the water. The individual drops have all blended together to become one whole that these rocks cannot stop. The water flows on and flows on, and the rocks give way to the water. As you move your hands into the next form, you bring your hands to your thighs, put the backs down on the thighs, bring your middle and ring fingers to your thumb tips, and straighten your pinkies and your index fingers away from you. As you hear the water bubbling down the stream, and you hear the crickets and the birds, You notice that 2 saplings have begun to grow, one on either side of you. These saplings continue to grow and grow and grow. And as they grow, they sprout branches, and the branches sprout buds, and the buds blossom into leaves. And these leaves caress you as they grow up past you, as if to recognize you as one of their own. These trees continue to grow until they mature, and they stand over you as stalwart guardians. These are guardians of Gaia. She sent sentinels to you to keep you safe. These trees will protect you while you're here in this clearing. You are safe here. As you rotate your hands so your palms are face down on your thighs, you curl your pinkies, your ring fingers, and your middle fingers into your palms. Touch the tip of your thumb to the tip of your pointer finger. Now you become aware that the trees are now growing branches, more branches, and these branches are reaching behind you. And as they reach around behind you, they meld and knot together to form a shield. This is a shield of the earth. This is a shield of your mother, of Gaia. This is the protection that Mother Earth gives to all of her children. She is here within these trees to show you you are safe. Nothing can harm you in this world. Not while your mother is here. As they finish forming their shield, you feel their consciousness. And you feel your mother's fierce love for you through it. Now, as you bring your hands to your lap, rotating them so your backs are on your thighs, you open your fingers and bring the tips of the pinkies and the ring fingers together. You face your palms out. As you do this, you again become aware of the stream flowing on and the crickets and your sentinels on either side of you. And now you become aware of the crackling of a fire. There's a fire pit in front of you. This fire is the eternal flame. This is the fire in all of us. This is the passion, the creativity, the drive, the compassion, the joy. This is life. As you watch the flames, you begin to feel the warmth reach you. It's not too hot, and it's not too cold. This eternal flame is perfect for everyone because it is made of everyone. You feel the warmth on your legs, on your hands, on your torso, on your face. You can feel it starting to breathe joy into your body, warmth. You feel energized. As you bring your hands up over your head, keeping your fingers apart, you touch your thumbs and your pointer fingers together. You become aware of the warmth in your heart. The fire has warmed it for you. As you travel up from your heart to your throat chakra, to your third eye, to your crown, you become aware of the sky. And this is the perfect sky. You can see the planets as close as you want to. You can see the stars as close as you want to. You can see comets shooting across the sky. You can see the sun and the moon together. This is creation. This is beauty, and this is what we have been allowed to witness by being alive here at this time. We are truly blessed to be here in this, the creation of the universe. As you bring your hands down to your lap, you look once again at the fire in front of you. This fire is not too hot or too cold, so it's perfectly okay for you to reach your right hand in and cup a flame into your hand. Bring this flame to your other hand and hold it there. You can feel the warmth in your hands. You can feel the subtle energy of this flame, this life force that is so gentle in your hands. Transferring the flame to your left hand, you bring it in front of your belly, just under your belly button, and bring your right hand over it to protect it and shield it from any wind. This flame is your flame. This flame is only as bright as you want it to be, as big as you want it to be, as hot or cold as you want it to be. It is perfect for you because it is part of you. This flame longs to return to its source. It longs to be the power inside you once more. You allow this flame to meld inside of your belly, and you feel the warmth as it goes into your stomach, goes down to your root chakra and warms it, goes to your sacral chakra and warms it, and moves up to your solar plexus chakra. And there it stays. You rotate your hands, bringing your left hand to the left of your belly and flipping your right hand so that it is cupping the other side of your belly. And as you do this, you feel the warmth of that flame there in your solar plexus ignite. You feel the warmth begin to spread through your body, all the way down your legs, down your arms, all the way to your toes and your fingers, all the way to the crown of your head. You feel this warmth fill your body, and you feel the energy of this flame coursing through your blood, coursing through your meridians. This is the power of you. This is your strength. This is who you are meant to be. This is your power. As you bring your hands, flip them over so the backs of your hands are together, fingertips to knuckle. And you bring your thumb tips together. You feel this energy fill you until it feels like it's ready to burst. And when you're so full of this energy that you feel you can no longer contain it, you feel it begin to fountain out through the crown of your head. First, it touches the trees, and you can feel the sturdiness and steadiness of their wood. Then it touches the fire. You can feel the joy and the laughter in the flames. And then it touches the water. You can feel that never-ending consciousness that's always been there, always will be there, and that we are all a part of. You feel it touch the animals around you as their lives become aware to you. And you feel all of their heartbeats as one. You feel it in the universe. And as you feel it touch the universe, you feel the universe's energy come back to you and fill you as well. You feel unity with the universe in this moment. You are exactly where you are meant to be. You are your best you in this moment. And that is all you are ever meant to be, is your best you. This is perfection. This is joy. And with your hands, blossom your fingers out and up, keeping the fingertips together. And curl your fingers slightly as you bring your thumbs together and your wrists together. Point your fingers away as you place your hands in front of your solar plexus. Now, as you inhale, enjoy this unity with the universe and everything that is in it. And when you're ready, begin to draw your consciousness back into your body. First from the universe, then from the animals, then from the river, then from the fire, and then from the trees. Back into you. As your consciousness returns to your body, you become aware of the sounds around you. As you begin to shake your feet and come back to your room. And you're back.
Yeah. It's might not a best idea because I just want to go back. Could you possibly record that on your channel?
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
That's a powerful, powerful meditation. I freaking love it.
I'm glad you do, because I've been so nervous about it.
Kidding? I mean, I um I suppose I should say hi to, people that came in while I had my eyes closed. Hi, Mirella. I'm so happy to see you here. And Pierrette and Bora Bora. And I'm sorry I got no brains right now.
Yes, hello everyone. Hello. Well,
Hi. Just everybody, just accept your greetings as given. I'm happy to see you all here. I don't think that we're going to be answering questions today. Wow. This is an amazing meditation. This is a deep and transformative experience for me.
I like I said the first time I did it, I was just doing it as it came to me, and I
You have,
I had to rearrange it a little bit so it was more fluid instead of, packing up the punch.
no, it's a powerful, powerful meditation. I got, I got big chills in my, like up and down my back still. Okay, that's still happening. Yeah, we can just watch the replay, but then you have to go through all the hi everybody and all of that kind of stuff. I mean, that's true. That's why I'm suggesting that Brit puts it on her channel and gets a few more subscribers out of it. I mean, how could that be a bad thing? And really, that's a gift that you have, Brit. I hope you do more of these. That's an incredibly powerful. Oh yeah. Okay.
I will I
I'm
will
like
definitely.
I'm still up in La La Land, so I'm so sorry that but please put that on your channel, and I'll let everybody. I'll put it on my community page. I'll make announcements and put in links and all the rest of it for you, because this is yeah, you can timestamp it here, but oh my goodness, this is. I'm still in La La Land. Yeah. Okay. Let me just have
Oh,
a grounding sip of tea here.
yes, everyone sip sip. I did so myself. Definitely sip sip. And rocks, that's awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I'm glad it's going to help you.
This is
That's
beyond
the whole
enjoy,
point.
Britt. Like, just be real, okay? This is beyond enjoy. This is a kick in the pants just to the super, Um, uh, Britt, can you put your channel in the chat? What's your channel
Um,
name?
Diane actually did
Oh,
for
did
us
you?
in there.
There
Um,
she is.
I think
Aren't
she
you
had.
wonderful?
They were typing at the same time, probably.
See, this is
Um,
why Diane G is God Mod, is because she reads minds and knows exactly what she needs to do. So please subscribe to Shenanigans channel, and she will have that meditation up for us.
I will get it up there as soon as possible.
You really need to do more of these, because that was so powerful. If it seems to me that you have a real gift for this, because this is I listen to guided meditations all the time. Okay. I use them to fall asleep. This is not one you could fall asleep to. Um, and, uh, and you have a real gift for it.
Most of it really came to. I think it was Tuesday. Yes, because you went at the same time. I was listening to Marina on
Yeah.
Bobby Fierro's Behind the Cards, and
Yeah.
something they said. I don't remember what it was exactly now, but
It's
like
okay.
my guides went, hey, Pain right here, pay attention to what he's saying. And it was something about being a teacher and um, helping people like learn stuff. And then I really like was able to focus after that for some reason. And most of that came to me right that couple hours afterward, and then I fine-tuned it afterward. Like I already had the mudras picked out I wanted to use. I just wasn't sure the
The
visualization.
story.
Yeah.
Rox has an interesting comment about, oops, no, that's not Rox. I'm so sorry. Okay. To put, yeah, no music, please.
So
Just, but they're copyright, right? Or can you do that?
well, on YouTube, while I was coming up with it, I had on a campfire by the river, just visualization, and it just had the river, and there were like owls hooting, and the fire, and like it was the perfect
Yeah.
muse or whatever, like
Yeah.
inspiration. That's the word I'm looking for. It was the perfect inspiration, and I recommend, because then you don't have to imagine all the sounds and everything. It's already there. You're already in the setting. You just have to do the visualizations and
It
get
does
you
all
in it a lot more, for sure. But yeah,
Oh.
I found several of those on YouTube. All you got to do is put in campfire by the river, and I mean, I have premium, so I don't have ads to worry about, but I'm sure you could find one that has ads far enough apart that you can fit all that in there. Yeah,
you have an incredible talent. Please teach us more.
I went back after I finished it, and I was just like, where did I come up with some of those ideas? Like the trees.
Your guides are teaching you. Britt, your guide, baby girl, your guides are teaching you. Your guides are inspiring you. They're dropping ideas into your head. Like, hello, I don't know how, like ding a ding a ding a. I don't know how much clearer that could be. This is a real treasure. This
They
is a
definitely
treasure.
get credit for it, for sure. Definitely.
That's such a treasure that you can do that, because one of the reasons that I wanted to share Brit with everybody, okay, is because we need ways, easy ways, okay? Easy ways to feel better, ways that we can do for ourselves. So relieving our headaches, relieving our gas, relieving heartburn, relieving our fatigue, relieving our stress, relieving this overwhelming stress that everybody's feeling right now. We need to be able to do this for ourselves. Mudras are very effective. And go back to parts 1 and 2, which I failed to link in the notes like a total newbie. I failed to link them in the notes. But there's part 1 and part 2 of very useful information about like less than 5 minutes of just sitting with your hands in these gestures that, okay, so my personal kind of favorite is to relieve sinus, because I wake up with a congestion every single day. Yeah, I know. And it's actually a holdover from COVID. It started in COVID, and I have long COVID, and this is the manifestation of long COVID, is this constant upper respiratory inflammation. And I don't want to take a bunch of, steroids for it. So 5 minutes like this relieves my congestion. And just sitting, I can be watching YouTube while I'm doing it. And I have done it, and it still works. So mudras, I want to bring in some tapping, just easy things that we all can use with no particular education, just learning how to do these and using them so that we all have tools at our disposal for our own well-being and the well-being of humanity. Wow. We're almost at an hour. Do you feel like, oh, thank you, Shenanigans. Oh, okay. I gotta copy that and paste it somewhere. I don't know where. No, wait, no, I can't.
I can't
Okay,
pronounce half of them, so I was like, I'm just gonna put them in there, type them
thank
in.
you. Yeah, I would have difficulty pronouncing them too, but I can recognize what they are.
I actually got every single one that I used from this deck here.
Okay.
It's by, if you can see it, Allison De Nicola and Sabina Espinet.
Well, guess what's going on my wish list? Okay.
And unfortunately for me, I left some of the cards out on the bed yesterday, and my dog had fun, so I had to reorder them.
I have some
But
I have some damaged cards, but it's from my buddy here because she likes to pick them up, and she doesn't chew. Well, it ends up they get chewed, but that wasn't her intent. Is it now? Janet has an interesting question that maybe you can answer, Britt.
Qigong definitely follows the same concept of like flowing your energy along the meridians, because I've actually practiced Qigong a couple times. I'm no expert for sure, but also Reiki follows the same concept of flowing energy along the meridians to help like remove blockages and keep it flowing and
heal and calm and energize and balance. Yeah.
And often, instructors will use like guided meditations, like small pieces of it in the practice itself. Like I was just in a Qigong class last Thursday, and she had us, visualize like roots growing up around us to ground us into the earth. So like it all kind of flows into each other. You can put a lot of things together because they're all basically doing the same thing. They're just doing it in separate ways. And imagine the strength of it when you combine things like we just did. It just enhances the effects. You just got to make sure you're being smart about it and not pushing your limits. Like always be mindful of your body's sensations to make sure that you're not, pushing yourself too far.
Ground yourself.
Always make sure you're drinking a lot of water.
Make sure you're grounded.
Oh, yeah. I actually noticed that in the first class that I took that she had us do, this, which in itself is a mudra. So, like there's mudras even that are like this, having your arms out like this, like when you're praying to
source, whoever
you want. Yeah, like that is a mudra. Like that's what the Celts used to do, and the church didn't like that and made them stop, and they stuck with this instead. And like, but it's all the same.
Yeah,
it's all
Cultures all seem to have developed ways of manipulating energy, ways of using energy, of getting, using it to balance, to energize. No one is speaking to you, but thank you for your contribution. And it's like a universal human phenomenon. I just put up. Diane posted the link to the Mudras deck. I know a lot of people don't want to use Amazon these days, and that's wonderful. So support your local witchy shop and go and find it at your local, what do they call them? Metaphysical store. That's it. Well, at least that's what they're called around here, is metaphysical stores. So go and support your local metaphysical store and maybe give them a call and see if they have it in stock or if they can order it for you. Do you feel up to answering a few questions?
Yeah, I was just looking. usgamesinc.com.
There you go. US Games. I know you can get it off the US Games website. So if you don't want to give any money to Amazon, that's perfectly fine with me as a Canadian. And because yeah, I don't want to go into it. You all know. And so either order it directly from US Games or patronize your local small business metaphysical store and call them and see if they can order it for you. I know the ones around here will order whatever you want. Now,
no one wants to give money to these guys, these billionaires anymore. They don't deserve it, man.
We're going to. I'm actually a little frazzled right now, so I'm not going to open the records and I'm not going to read from the records, but we will answer questions, and I am going to excuse myself for one moment while I go and get a deck. So I will be right back.
All right. So I hope everyone is doing good out there. I hope everyone enjoyed the last hour that we've been on. Especially hope you guys enjoyed the meditation, and I will try to get that up by the end of the weekend.
Oh, that would be so wonderful. So I'm going to okay. You know what? Okay, so start asking your questions. Type join, followed by your question. We're only going to take like 4 because we've been here an hour already. And so go ahead and not hashtag, stop. Wow, you can tell how disconnected I am right now. And I mean, I'm really sorry. I'm usually much better at this. Exclamation mark join, followed by your question. Rocks, that's way too long. No, it's join. There's a banner at the bottom of the screen. Type join, JOIN, but it's got an exclamation mark in front of it, no space between the word and the exclamation mark, between the word join and the exclamation mark. And rocks, there's a 100 character limit. You have to like pare that question down, okay? So exclamation mark join, and your question, immediately type your question right after that. Oh, yeah, right. Oh, I thank you so much. See, I can't possibly function without Diane. Remote server return code 502. I do not know what that means. Let me go find out. Okay, let me set it up again. Okay. And Nana, I'm sorry, I haven't opened the queue yet because I am like so out of my mind right now. Let's see. I should get an acknowledgement back from Nightbot any second. Wait until I get the acknowledgement back from Nightbot, you guys, because maybe I'll have to just manually go through them, manually mark them. So 4 questions. Come on, Nightbot. What's your problem? It tells me it's online.
Come on, Nightbot, behave.
Ay, 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 ay.
Shenanigans.
Don't anybody type anything until it gets the command to open, okay? And if it doesn't open after, if I don't get an acknowledgement, okay, we got an acknowledgement. Okay, so please, if you would, ouch, ouch, ouch. If you would please retype your questions. Nana, sweetie, no space between exclamation mark and join. So it's like all one word. So it's like no spaces in there, okay? And I'm going to set the limit to 4. Yeah. So go ahead and repost your questions, please. And it's a 4-question limit because I got like, I'm most of me isn't here. So that's either a good thing or a bad thing.
I hope it's a good thing.
I feel really great. That was just a really energizing and calming at the same time. I feel freaking awesome.
Well, you want to know what, like, because each of the mudras
Perfect
cards, they come with a word on them, right? That kind of like gives you an idea what they do. So in order, what we did was steadiness, stability, trust, deepening, universal light, receptivity, vitality, activation, and we ended on alignment.
That's awesome. Okay, so Nana and Rox, you're both in the queue. It says that both of you have position number 1, I suppose, because you were typing at the same time. Well, good. That means that Nightbot hasn't lost its mind completely. I've got both of your questions marked. And hold on a second here.
Just a little bit.
Okay. Anybody else with questions?
How it's going to present.
We've only got 2 so far, from Nana, sweetie, and Rox. I thought I saw somebody else who had a question, but I don't remember anything right now. What's your name? Oh, yeah, right. I know. Nana, Rox. Hi, Cheryl. Oh, Mirella, aren't you wonderful? Yeah, so far, those are the only 2 questions. Okay. Don't forget to subscribe to Brit's channel. And, okay, well, I'm, if there's 2 more questions, after we read these, then, and I'm not opening the records because we're just pulling cards right now. Okay. Are you ready to go, Brit, for, let me see. Hang on a second here.
Yeah. Who have we got for, well, I hope it doesn't like try to combine them.
We've got Nana first. Thank you, Diane, as usual. You're so wonderful. You really are. Yeah, Janet. Janet says, I'm just floating. I have no questions. I totally get that. Me too. I'm just like, oh, this is such a wonderful universe. This is so wonderful to be alive. I'm breathing. Look. Oh, I'm just like so freaking out. Oh, never mind. Oh, yeah. You don't want to hear anymore, but that's exactly how I feel, Janet. I totally get it. Hi, Cheryl.
The first time I thought of the sky like that, I was like, it's kind of like the ceiling at Hogwarts and Harry Potter. It just does whatever you want it to do.
Dinner magically appears on the table and you have, oh, yeah. I would like to do that. After Wendy passed, I was so I had to take her to the vet for the cremation, right? I'll get her ashes back in about a week in a beautiful blue urn with her name on it, and but I was so disheartened when I left the vet that I gave into a bad habit, and I went to the dollar store and I bought $20 worth of junk food. Do you know how much junk food you can get at the dollar store for $20? I got a huge shopping bag just full of junk food. So I'm trying to keep it hidden from myself, like putting it away so I don't see it, so I don't stuff my face with it. But yeah, that first day, that's what I was eating.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go with Nana. Well, yeah, but it's a temporary thing. I mean, I don't have to. Oh, Erin, hi. Nice to see you. Yes, I have your question. Okay.
All right. That makes
If you're ready, you go, girl.
I'm still shuffling. I like to wait until a card jumps out at me.
Okay.
Oh, well, speak of the card jumping out at me.
Hello, please jump.
Right. So the card that jumped out at me is Boundary Stones.
Oh.
And you can't read the words on it, but it says negotiations, contracts, communication. Now, on this card, you can see she's got her hands up into the air. A lot like we just did, actually. She has light coming out from the crown of her head, and it's spilling out around her into the clearing around her. And I think that I think they're telling you that you need to practice what we just did, because I mean, this is quite literally exactly how I envisioned it, pretty much, with the exception there's only one tree in the background, not two. But I think your guides or ancestors, whoever, I think they're telling you that you need to practice on using these guided meditations and working on opening yourself up to the universe around you and the experiences around you, because that's literally what we did. Was we opened ourselves up in that meditation to the life around us, to experience it as one together. And I think that's what they're telling you to do, is to work on that and practice it, and maybe they're trying to communicate with you through this way, and they want you to hear a message directly from them, and they want you to open up more to hear it. So that's what I'm getting. Linda?
Yeah, confirmed, totally confirmed by this card, which is illumination. Look at that light shining, illuminating, and look at all those other little baubles hanging in the sky there that are just waiting, lights, and the light of your soul. And is this a face, or is this a scrying, a crystal ball on a stand?
I'm looking at the card on the bottom for the energy, and it's literally scrying. It's
I got huge chills, like the top of my head is just going to come right off.
So, oh my God, girl.
So there's your message, Nana, sweetie. You are seeking illumination. Search for illumination. Work for illumination. You are on the path to illumination, girlfriend.
Trust your visions. Trust your intuition. Plant seeds. Do it.
Yeah. Girl. Woohoo! And I pulled a second card just, for the shits and giggles. And this one is from the Oracle of the Mystical, Oral of Mystical Moments. I always say it wrong. And it's Home in the Sky. Look at those little birdies traveling in their homes, their homes are traveling, and they're traveling, zipping around, visiting each other in the sky. Now, if this doesn't scream illumination to you, I don't know.
Yes, you are. That means you're on your right path. Just keep doing what you're doing. Practice guided meditations to open yourself up to the communications from them, and keep
any
going
kind of meditation. Yeah, definitely. You are absolutely 100% on the path to illumination, Nana. Congratulations. Woohoo! So, that meditation, man, she works like a hot damn. Okay. And Rox would like a message from her guides. Okay. Oh, are you sure? Because, I mean, we're feeling it today. Oh, thank you, Rox. That's so generous. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. That's hilarious. Yeah, repeat this meditation. I'm certainly going to do it again. I'm going to do, this is now my morning meditation because wow, I feel absolutely awesome. I want to feel like this every day. I want to start my day like this. Imagine.
Wouldn't it be nice? Just have a wonderful day where you're just up with spirit the whole day.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm ready. Do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first? Are you ready?
If you want to go first, I'm still waiting for a card to come flying out.
Okay, Aaron. Yeah, that was exactly my experience. I'm going to suffer for a couple of days from that. Okay, you shush. Unity is the card that I got for you, and I want you to notice the different planes of existence all coming together. And I don't know, this kind of reminds me of chakras. I mean, it's symbolic, I know, but that's what it kind of reminds me of. But this is about unity consciousness with divine. Between the earth, the elementals, the human to the divine. So there's your focus, Rox. That's what you need to be thinking about. This is what you're a part of. This is who you are. You're part of this reality. You're part of this unity consciousness. Bring it. Bring it. And hang on a second. Oh, you're welcome, Nana. And the second card I pulled from Mystical Moments is nature, pure nature. So look at this beautiful creature dressed in a rose. Wouldn't that be a hell of a costume? Dressed in a rose. And look at that rosebud that's up by her face. Doesn't it look like it wants to kiss her? It certainly seems to want to draw itself closer to her or draw her closer to it. It's reaching for her. Nature. And she kind of looks like she's growing out from those leaves at the bottom too. Like she's kind of oh man, that's such an interesting image and such a juicy color. Look at that. Here she is dressed in a rose. Part of nature, which is unity consciousness. This just screams unity consciousness to me too. There you are, Rox. Oh.
I'm a little confused by the cards that they threw out at me because
That's okay.
They gave me these ones, which I keep focusing on the rocks in this picture that she's stepping on, which interesting because she also has to keep her balance as she's stepping across them all. They're all at different heights and different widths.
Finding her path.
What stands out to me in this one is how vulnerable she looks in her nakedness, but at the same time she's covered, but she's not bothered by being vulnerable. She's she's in her focus. It's weird.
Her strength, her vulnerability is her strength. That's what I get from that one. I mean, you're the reader, so you would know. I'm just telling you my perceptions.
Something else that sticks out is that there's this bright star here that she's, making her way toward at the top of the mountain. And here she's seems to be meditating, and she has a star just here above her head. And the heights are kind of similar in how far they are above the head on both cards.
Yeah.
Like it's that ninth chakra there that's above your head.
Yeah. Or the eighth or the ninth. I can't remember. I know that there's one anyway over your head that you can't see.
Yeah.
And you know what? To me, the all the cards together from you and I, they tell a story about a path towards unity, a path towards hope, a path to consciousness.
And she has the key that opens the way.
There you are. You got it, Rox. You're on the way. Your guides are telling you to just keep doing what you're doing because you are on the path. Wow. Okay, so next we have, and this is our last question. It's Aaron. Oh, wait, I forgot to close the queue. And after we answer Aaron's question, we'll be saying goodbye. And then we can all go and like have a little nap or, have some Doritos.
I think I'll be having some chocolate.
Yeah. I already ate all of mine.
The one chocolate I love is Hershey's toffee. Like it's made of toffee. Oh, it's delicious. I'll have to show you next time.
There's a chocolate bar that you can only get in Canada called O. Henry. And it's a mixture of, and they're like $1.25 at the dollar store, but they're like $2 everywhere else. It's a mixture of caramel and wafer and peanuts and chocolate, all coated in chocolate. Oh, I have loved that since I had my first bite at age 4. Well, how interesting is this? Oh, sorry. Are you ready?
I have a card out and yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what it's trying to tell me.
Oh, okay. Well,
I switched up decks. I decided to pull from my Chakra Wisdom Oracle instead.
Ooh.
And
okay.
So the kicker is the card that flipped out at me is Workaholic. And the energy of the reading is Victim. So the cool thing about this deck is that in the guidebook, it has little fables that go with each card. So I'm going to look up the fables real quick and see what they are so I can.
That's an interesting combination. I think that's a good idea because that's a really interesting combination, Aaron. That's okay. That's okay, Aaron. It's fine. Just take your time and take a deep breath, Aaron. We're here. We're going to be here. So, and you can come back and watch it later if your phone like just goes belly up suddenly. You can come back and watch it later. We're going to answer your question for sure. I mean, we are.
Yeah, the video is going to stay up. So
yeah.
You're good. No worries. But here is the fable for workaholic. Brad Blueberry paints and paints and paints. He has no time for anything other than perfecting his art. His elder Blueberry reminds Brad that one day he will be old and shriveled too, so he'd better live life to the fullest. Brad takes the advice and discovers that having fun enriches and sharpens his art. He finds out that life is what makes work valuable. And the inspiration of the card is, are you waiting to complete your career before you live your life? Busy work may be helping you hide from the real issues.
And that flows right into the, well, okay, so I'm using the What We've Forgotten deck, okay? And I tried your technique, Britt, of just shuffling until something fell out. Wow, of course, 2 cards fell out. So you have 2 cards from the What We've Forgotten deck, my friend Aaron. The first one is perspective. And there's like some sort of steampunk kind of, I don't know, telescope, binocular, microscope combination there, which I think is really an interesting kind of an interesting image. Okay, let's just put it that way. It's look at it. It's got 3 lenses in one for a telescope, 2 would be binoculars, and yet there's this, it looks like it's got this lens down here at the bottom to look at the microscope, and it's perspective. Well, doesn't that just blow your socks off? And the second card I got was divine order. So change your perspective and think about things in terms of divine order. I hate this mirror stuff with the darn screen. Think about the divine order. And the other thing, look at this card. Look at all the elements that this mage or wizard or Akashic Records master, I don't know, is putting together. The divine order in which they're swirling around him. You know, this is he's working with divine order, bringing things into the order that they were commanded to be by their very existence within the divine, as we all are. We exist within divine order. So change your perspective. The other thing, oh yeah, by the way, the other thing, when this card comes up, it reminds me of the magician in tarot.
Mm-hmm.
How could it not? Commanding the elements. So change your perspective. Look at things differently. Look at things either with a telescope or with a microscope or maybe with binoculars. Change your perspective. And
you want to hear the inspiration for the energy reading? Like
yeah.
It's the green acorn indicates that being in denial may be holding you back. To move forward, you must make an honest assessment of your situation.
Whoa.
That microscope perspective.
Yes, an honest assessment. Actually, you know, that's the February energy because it's a snake year that's coming, that's just started, is a snake year. So we are shedding things that don't fit us anymore. It's also a 9-year, well, for me anyway, it's a 9 personal, I think it's a 9 personal year for everybody because it's 2025. And that's another year of completion, which means dropping things that don't work. For all of us being the whole, like, humanity is being asked to look at what works for you and what doesn't work for you, it doesn't fit anymore, and drop it like hotcakes, because we are shedding our old and growing into new. Wow, what a great reading to end on.
Isn't
Thank
there
you.
a snake making an Ouroboros on the Magician Tarot card?
Well, if I had a tarot
Right.
deck handy, I could tell you, but I believe so. I believe you are correct.
Yeah, I got
In the
my trusty Rider-Waite right here.
aren't you wonderful? Because I have mine all nicely arranged on my bookshelf, which is like 4 feet away, and I have to go and find
I just
the.
gotta look for all the cards to find it.
Oh, look, Erin says thanks. It's her first reading from Brit.
Oh, it is awesome.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's
cool.
it. Brit is a very good reader.
I practice makes perfect. Like you start with
Well,
reading for yourself, and then
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like
It's
you told me, it's all in the imagery and the cards, and
yeah.
just you don't need to know the card readings. Just look at the card meanings. Just look at the
The images and read them intuitively. Yeah, that's what I don't do that with tarot because that has its own, rules and its own language and its own structure. But with, oh, my dear sweet mother of us all. It's a good thing that was my deaf ear. Erin, I wanted to say you've got some hard work ahead of you. It's
Sure.
not going to, and we all do. We all do. It's not going to be easy letting go of familiar things and things that we value or we thought we valued. It's not easy to examine ourselves in that way that we're being asked to.
So he's got the Ouroboros above his head, but the snake is making a belt there around his waist.
Whoa. It's the, above his head is the infinity sign.
Yeah.
It's in the lemniscate. It's infinity, and his belt is indeed Ouroboros. It's his belt.
I get my words mixed up. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying because people are watching, and somebody's going to mention it for sure. Because that's the nature of things. But yeah, whoa, this is so cool. This was so wonderful, Britt. I cannot thank you enough for the work you did for that meditation. That was so. Even Wanda liked it. That was so deeply, deeply meaningful for all of us, and I hope that that's a path that you continue because
I mean, I'm glad everyone liked it. Because
yeah, yeah,
you gotta worry. Like is it a little too difficult to do all the
no,
switching and everything? You gotta make sure it's fluid. Make sure
yeah.
people don't lose track of where they are. Stay in it, and I
It's an unusual way to meditate, but you know what? I As it went on, it flowed better for me. Like it was awkward at first because I've never done this before, and I'm sure people here haven't either. So it's a little awkward to sort of put the two together, but after a while it just flows and you did it so well. Thank you so much. I'm deeply grateful. I'm deeply, deeply grateful that you shared this with us. This is amazing. And I want to see it on your channel.
I will definitely make sure I
Maybe
get it
you'll
out.
do some more. Maybe you do some more, like, a calming one or a fall asleep one, or, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Just do a whole series of mudra meditation. Oh,
I mean,
please.
I totally took inspiration from all the other ones that I've been finding and practicing and listening to, and there's so much variety out there, but there's always room for new ways of trying to approach it, and
Yeah.
using mudras to meditate is nothing new, but trying to find motions that can move fluidly while you're doing it is
And that and
kind of
that
next
and that
level.
and that bring up very appropriate energies to go with the like to create the effect that you want in the for the point of the meditation. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, she wants to stop.
Like I literally, I rearranged them over and over so that was going fluidly. Like, you know,
Yeah.
you start with connecting with the water and how it's always going to flow, and then you move into the stability of the trees
Oh,
around you. It's
it's it's obvious you put a lot of work into the whole thing, and thinking it out in a very it just works. Thank you. And thank you guys. Thank you all. Oh, I should also tell you on Tuesday, we're going to have Akashic Adventures again. And this time it's a really special Tuesday because Val Dragonfly Crystals is going to be joining us, because we're it's not actually the anniversary, but we decided to celebrate it anyway, as if it was an anniversary. And Val was the one to blame for all of this. So, so she's going to be on. She's going to be with us on Akashic Adventures on Tuesday, and next Thursday is going to be exciting. I promise you, because guess what? Jonathan Daly is going to be back.
cool.
And
That guy's awesome.
he is awesome. He did a read, a card flip through yesterday for like 10 decks, and it was fun to watch. We're going to be doing full moon love readings, because next week is the 13th, which is the day before Pierrette's birthday. Happy birthday, Pierrette.
Ooh,
So,
happy birthday.
I have never done love readings before. This should be fun, because I'm going to be using the Goddess of Love Tarot. Now, if you don't know the Goddess of Love Tarot, it's very juicy. There's a lot of roses and pearls in it. And let's see. Oh yeah. Oh gee, I've got something every day next week. Except Monday. So the 11th, Akashic Adventures. The 12th, Gerald and Ramon and I will be doing full moon readings. That's Wednesday. Thursday is Jonathan. So yeah, I'm so busy. Oh my God. So we'll see you all. We'll see you all again soon. I love you all so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
everyone.